Welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, to a news roundup coming up for you today. And we are going to be discussing a few transfer rumours here and there. We're also going to be talking about a potential lifetime contract for Lionel Messi. And of course, some international news from the break that we're currently in. It's all coming up. Let's get right to it. But I have to start here today, guys, with something away from Barcelona. And I want to talk here about Mental Health Awareness Day, which was yesterday. But I think it's really important that we don't just treat that as a one-off day. We have to do that every single day and really be aware of how people are feeling. I don't want to lecture you here. What I will say is this. Number one, please be aware of how others are feeling. Please be aware of those around you. Maybe they look okay from the outside. Maybe they try and tell you they're okay, but they may not be okay inside. And it's always good to ask and make sure those close to you are feeling okay inside and out. But number two, if you are struggling, if you are feeling down, if you are feeling like things aren't good, please talk to somebody. I'm speaking here from personal experience, very, very recently personal experience, and you'll be so surprised how talking to somebody, anybody, whether it's somebody close to you, whether it's family, friends, even coming here and talking to people in the community, it will help you enormously, and it'll feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders just to go there and express and talk to somebody and just share really the problems that you might have. Please talk to somebody. Don't bottle it up. Don't keep it inside. Don't think that it's weak to talk. To talk is strength. To talk there is showing that you're strong enough there to tackle the problem, to help yourself. That's the first step, and it's so, so important you do that. So Mental Health Awareness Day, make sure you're thinking about others, make sure you're understanding others, and really trying to help them if they need it. And of course, if you yourselves are struggling, please talk to somebody. Please do that. But if we do now move on to the news today, guys, starting here with the international break. Frenkie de Jong last night was in action for the Netherlands, who came from behind to beat Northern Ireland by 3-1. And I want to talk there about the Netherlands' third and final goal. It was a brilliant goal, and it was all orchestrated there by the man himself, Frenkie de Jong. He was outstanding there in the way that he took the ball on from deep in a deep midfield role. He was running full pelt. He has some real speed when he gets going, and it was a fantastic driving run. He got up to the penalty area, and then he released the ball in the perfect moment to slide in Memphis Depay. It was an easy finish for him there, and the Netherlands scored. A brilliant assist for de Jong, and Netherlands getting the win on the night. There was also some much needed football last night for Ivan Rakitić, who played 74 minutes in Croatia's 3-0 win over Hungary in their Euro qualifier last night, and that'll do Rakitić the world of good there to get back out on the field, feel confident again in a winning team, and get some minutes on the board. Arthur Melo was also in action yesterday morning in Brazil's 1-1 draw with Senegal, that one finishing there in a draw. Arthur playing 68 minutes on the night, and that game there taking place in Singapore, so another really long journey in this international break for Arthur. He's going to be really putting in the air miles over the course of this international break. I also want to talk here about the Spanish under-21 side, and unfortunately an injury here which has cut Carlos Perez's time with them short. He's suffered there a muscle injury. Yep, it's a Barcelona player with another muscle problem. He's now been ruled out of Spain under-21 squad. He'll return to Barcelona to be evaluated further, but Carlos Perez has been replaced in the Spanish under-21 squad by none other than Ansu Fati, who will get his chance against Montenegro possibly to play for Spain under-21. He could have been called up there for the Spanish senior side. There was some paperwork issues though which prevented that from happening, but now all those issues are sorted. He is now able to play for Spain, and he could make his debut there for Spain under-21s. I also want to talk there about that Messi renewal story which came out this morning, and it actually all sort of came after Messi's interview very recently, of course, with RAC1, where he did say a number of things about his future at Barcelona, and also there, looking into the past. He did admit in that interview with RAC1, he did even consider leaving Barcelona during the 2013-2014 season, around that sort of time, when he was sort of going through the struggles with the Spanish Federal Treasury over those tax issues. Messi there said that he wanted to get away from Spain. It was nothing to do with Barcelona. He didn't want to leave Barca, but he wanted to get out of Spain. He felt like a witch hunt, really, had come after him, and he wanted to get out. But of course, since then he said, my life will settle down. It's been brilliant here in Barcelona. My wife is extremely happy here, and also my children, they're in school, they're settled in Barcelona, they believe this is their home, and it is. I want to remain here, and he even said I would want to retire at Barcelona if it was possible. And once again there, Messi really pledging his future to Barcelona, and Cadena Ser this morning say that Barca, once again, as we've heard before, they want to offer him a brand new deal. Bartomeu really wants to make it happen. He wants to be the president there to renew Messi. Will it happen though? And if it does, will that lifetime contract be on the table for Messi? Let's wait and see what happens. But his future, of course, it's in Barcelona. I also want to talk here about a few transfer rumours now, starting with Bayer Leverkusen's Kai Havertz, who MD say this morning that Barcelona actually scouted Havertz during Germany's friendly match against Argentina, which took place on Wednesday. That was a 2-2 draw there, a game in which, incidentally, Havertz scored his first ever goal for the German national team. MD there go on to say that Barca are not the only club looking at Havertz, though, as naturally many clubs around Europe are very, very interested in this exciting young midfield player. Real Madrid are also showing interest, and of course, the big favourites with any young German talent, Bayern Munich right now, are certainly in pole position. MD say that Bayer Leverkusen would be looking there for around 75 million euros next summer for the German, but sources in Germany say they're going to be looking for much more than that, possibly there around the 100 million euro mark. And it's a little wonder really that we're talking about somebody here who's 20 years old, but he stormed onto the scene last season with 17 Bundesliga goals. I mean, that's outstanding. Somebody of his age there breaking onto the scene, 17 goals, and he's not even somebody who plays as the main striker. He's actually somebody there who plays just behind the forward in the number 10 role, and certainly he is a massive, massive talent. But I think, to be honest, when you look at this one, he's more suited to Bayern Munich. I think that's where he's going to end up, and I think he'd thrive there in their 4-2-3-1 system, just behind the striker. Havertz seems destined for Bayern, but Barca are scouting him. And from one outstanding young talent to another, as we move on now to PSV's 20-year-old striker, Donyell Malen, who has started the season absolutely incredibly. He has shot onto the scene here in European football. He's been in irresistible form with 13 goals in 11 appearances there, both in the Eredivisie and in the Europa League. And he's also started to establish himself really nicely with the Dutch national team. He came on yesterday, provided a really, really important assist there for Memphis Depay, and he's certainly looking in banging form. And of course, this kind of form has not gone unnoticed there, with AS claiming that Barcelona are closely following Malen's progress with a view potentially of a move this summer. But just like with Havertz, Real Madrid also very, very keen, along with many, many other European clubs. AS go on to say there that Malen isn't the only forward, though, on Barcelona's radar, with close attention still being paid to Inter's Lautaro Martinez, who's followed up, of course, from his excellent campaign there back in the summer at Copa America. He was really, really impressive there alongside Lionel Messi for Argentina. He's followed up there that strong campaign with Argentina with a big hand in Inter's excellent start of the season. He's been scoring goals regularly, he's been leading the line really, really well, and of course he scored at the Camp Nou just over a week ago when Inter gave us a big scare. But as always with Lautaro, we were linked with him back in the summer. Straight away then his agent put that to bed, and once again Lautaro's agent has come out and said, look, we're focused on Inter, and he actually went on to say that Lautaro is very close to agreeing a brand new contract at Inter Milan. So I wouldn't read an awful lot into that story either. What I'm wondering though is, what is all this talk right now about forwards, a brand new forward for Barcelona? Look at Malen, look at Lautaro Martinez, two very talented players, but what exactly are we doing going out there looking for more forwards? These papers here claim that Barcelona are on the lookout for a Suarez replacement, and I don't really want to state the obvious here, but we did spend 120 million back in the summer on a Suarez replacement, somebody there who would love to be given his chance down the middle as the striker, Antoine Griezmann. What is going on here? We signed Griezmann, 120 million, brought him in there as the heir to Suarez, somebody who's in their prime, who can hit the ground running, and already here we're talking about more strikers. And I can understand here that the board want to look long term. Malen there is just 20 years old, Lautaro Martinez a bit older than that, but still a pretty young player. I can understand that if you want to look long term, but again, you could have looked long term in the summer, but we didn't choose to do that. We chose there to look in the short term, bring Griezmann in for massive money, but now you've got to play him. Now you've made that investment, you've got to back that up, you've got to put some trust in him, and ultimately he's the man who's replacing Suarez and not somebody else. And I think right now we should be focusing on getting Griezmann in that team, getting him adapted, actually there giving him the opportunity to thrive in a Barcelona shirt before we even think about anyone else. And just finally today, guys, I want to give you an update here on the fitness and the inclusion potentially of Samuel Umtiti back into the Barcelona squad. I want to bring in this because we've hardly heard anything at all about Samuel Umtiti, how his recovery is going, and we're all just wondering, is he going to get back to that full fitness? Now, according to AS once again today, Umtiti will most likely receive that medical green light and will have fully recovered by El Clasico. Now, not our next game, that's against Eibar, that's going to be a week this weekend. It'll be the weekend after that where Umtiti should be fully back back, he should get the green light prior to that game on Saturday, the 26th of October against Real Madrid. I'm not saying he's going to be involved in that, but it will be good to have Umtiti back. But the most important thing, of course, is him staying fit. That's going to be vital. And so that there, guys, is today's news in the world of Barcelona. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on all the topics that we have discussed in today's video. And of course, thank you very much to every single one of you guys who keep coming back. I really appreciate it. And of course, I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça!